Morning YouTube, Trevor here, Summit or Nothing, back hiking on the southwest coast path. Today, continuing my stretch of South Devon, starting today at Exmouth, and I'm going to walk to Sidmouth. I think it was about 13 miles, plus I've just done an extra mile because I parked bloody far away. And then I walked to the start point, and there was a dead end, I couldn't get across the estuary, so I ended up having to, forget it. Anyway, starting at Exmouth, you might remember last time, somewhere over there, I went from Babbacombe to Starcross via Teignmouth, and now I'm continuing this stretch. Bearing in mind it's October at the moment, this chap out here has gone in for a swim. Good on him. Rather him than me. Okay, so now we're leaving Exmouth, we're heading up onto the Red Rock Cliffs. So we're here now at Orcombe Rocks along the Jurassic Coast. Now these rocks, 250 million years old. It used to be a desert. You can see, it looks like sand, doesn't it? It dates back even before the dinosaurs. That's quite interesting. How in the rocks then, there's all the like the round pebbles that you find on the sea, so you can see where that used to be. Sort of an ocean or a river running through there, rounded off by the movement of water, and now all that much higher than the ocean itself. The world has changed. Considering we've had Storm Lazarus, or whatever his name was, Lorenzo, thank you. Considering we had that Storm Lorenzo, it's quite calm out there. I thought it might be a choppy old day at sea. Lots of paddle boarders out. Today's walk, as I said, is to Sidmouth, but if you look in the book, it's actually divided into two walks. Exmouth to Budleigh Salterton, and then Budleigh Salterton to Sidmouth. We're about halfway between Exmouth and Budleigh Salterton. Budleigh Salterton! That's interesting along that stretch. The cliff's quite high there, and you can see formations through there, layers and layers, folds I suppose you call it. But it looks like from here it's going to be a bit of a climb to get up to the top of that hill. But I think this was a moderate section, and then this afternoon the end section is moderate to strenuous, so a bit of a workout that end. Now we're heading out onto the cliffs. It's lovely and calm today, really warm as well. It's October, winter's meant to be kicking in soon, you know. Been the most interesting section to walk through, but it's a section I've got to do, so you've got to keep at it, haven't you? Here we come now into Budleigh Salterton, Pebbly Beach. Looks a bit like Porlock, doesn't it? We were saying about the pebbles in the cliff face earlier, and the pebbles were formed by quartzite, which has come from rock faces in France, travelled here by rivers and water and ended up in our cliffs, and now on the beach. I mean, look at all the different colours of pebble down on this beach. If you have a look in this section here, sort of the bobbly bits look like stone coming through the sandstone. It's actually fossilised roots from 235 million years ago in the Triassic period. Oh, we're just ducking in now. Inland, we've got to get across these mud flats. There's a bridge down here somewhere. So we'll have a look, find that. Then we cross over. And then the road to Sidmouth, or the path. Come on, mate. So we're on the way back along the estuary, the other side now, working our way back to the coast. Well, I don't know if that's Sidmouth coming into view over there now, in front of that big sort of cliff area. We should still have another 3 or 4 miles, I think, before we get there. Well, the clouds are looking ominous over there, and the wind has just picked up a little bit in the last 5 minutes. So I could be walking in the rain soon. But I did pack my waterproofs just in case. Failed to prepare to fail. Well, a little bit of precipitation in the air now. We're walking over these fields, quite interesting looking. Not too much to show you, but now this is the bit that looks strenuous, I think. Looks quite a big hill going up there, but these rock formations in front of that section look really interesting, so hopefully we get some good views of it. As we're getting closer, that big cliff there does seem quite big. Yeah, quite a climb up to the top of that, so I imagine we're skirting up along there. It's alright, bit of a challenge, that's what we want. Can't have it all easy, can we? Okay, so we've passed Ladram Bay. Really interesting rocks there, eroded by time and sea, and now we've got this big hill to contemplate. But we can handle this. I got mountains, for goodness sake. Okay, so it's hard work now getting up here. It's a big hill. Keep going. I think when I used to do hills like this, I'd have stopped twice coming up there. But these days, just tend to motor on. Well, weather's changed. Got my rubbers on. I've got 1.5 miles left to Sidmouth. So yeah, it's been quite a quick walk really. I'll be there in a minute. So we're well into autumn now. It's been 2 years since I've been on the coast path, since I've been walking the coast path in earnest, with Ernest. It's my alter ego. I'm Ernest. I think I'm coming up halfway, or Sidmouth seafront. Little benches down here, overlooking Sidmouth. Here it is. Well, that's a fantastic bit of wall to have a look. See all the layers through time, all the folds. Absolutely stunning, and it's all still in place, and they've got bits of this wall built around it, or built in between. Some bits is hanging right over you. Really nice, really good. Well, Sidmouth is a quaint little town, some really interesting architecture. It looks like some really old buildings sort of been updated. You can see the old stonework. As we arrive in Sidmouth, it's time to say thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more adventures coming soon. Cheers.